What's up everybody, this is Scott with Five12 Garage and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be installing a set of these Kooks stainless race headers and XPipe on a C5 Corvette Z06. If you guys been around the game long enough, you know that Kooks makes some of the best quality headers and exhaust components for race and street applications. And the Kooks kit comes with all of the gaskets and clamps you need for installation. However, we've opted for these ARP studs to make installation a little bit easier. So hop on over to 512garage.com and check out all of these parts and more for your modern Corvette. Now, I'm gonna stop talking and start working. All this and more coming up right here, right now on the 512 Garage. All right guys, we have Jake's C5Z up on the lift right now, and if you don't follow Jake on YouTube, well, you probably should. He's got a channel, PA Driven, and I'm gonna leave a link down in the description.
Thanks, Scott. Here we are back at 512 Garage. I always turn to Scott for all my C5 needs, and he always comes through immediately and with a lot of help and assistance. So if you ever need anything, please turn to Scott.
Awesome, we're gonna get started. So now that we got the car up on the lift, it's time to get rid of the stock intermediate pipe. We have 4 bolts in the back, 6 nuts in the front. We also have 4 O2 sensors that we're gonna wanna take out while we're under here. So let's get started. So we just removed the front O2 sensor from the exhaust manifolds. Now it's time to get rid of the rear O2 sensor. And all you have to do is reach up into the wiring harness and unclip it. It comes out just like this. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the other side, get the car down from the lift, pop the hood, and get these old exhaust manifolds out and those new headers in. So now that we're topside here on the C5, we're gonna go ahead and remove a bunch of stuff that would otherwise be in our way. So we're gonna take off the fuel rail covers, the coil packs, the spark plugs, the spark plug wires. We're gonna get that alternator out of the car. And then finally, we're gonna remove these old exhaust manifolds so we can slide those brand new Kooks headers in. Let's get started. All right, we finally have everything out of the car, including those spark plugs and the exhaust manifold bolts. Now it's time to pull this driver's side exhaust manifold up and out of the car. Sometimes you got to give it a little wiggle and a little jiggle, but here it is. Now that we've got all of those old exhaust components off, it's time to start putting the new ones on. And we're gonna start with these ARP header studs. And then we're gonna go ahead and hang these new gaskets from Kooks before we put the car up in the air and slide on those new Kooks headers. We just installed the header studs, but before we hang these gaskets, just a quick tip, make sure you put a little bit of anti-seize on these studs when you insert them into the heads, and you're gonna need a 3mm Allen driver in order to tighten them up. Now we can go ahead and hang this gasket, get the car in the air, put those headers on. So we're over here on the passenger side because we just installed the driver's side header. Now both headers install from underneath. That's why it's a really good idea to have a lift and maybe an extra set of hands. Now, the driver's side, not too bad. You have to do a little manipulation to get it past that steering shaft, but once you get it up and through and hung onto those studs, you just tighten down the 10mm nuts. Pretty easy. Same operation here on the passenger side. We have the header fed up and through, and we're gonna reach in there and hang it on those ARP studs. Come on. And there you go. The only thing left to do is put on a washer, put on a nut, tighten them down, and we'll get ready to put that XPipe on. All right, we are obviously underneath of the C5. We've got the first section of the XPipe into place. We have the clamps slipped over very loose so that we can make sure everything is adjusted properly before we tighten everything down. Now we do have the driver's side in place. We're gonna put the passenger side extension pipe into place. The kit comes with new gaskets and of course new hardware, so you can tighten everything down properly with no leaks. After we're finished with this, we're gonna go ahead and reconnect these O2 sensors and make sure none of the wiring is touching any of the new pipes because, well, they put off a lot of heat and we certainly don't want to melt anything. So let's get this pipe in place, get everything tightened down, get the O2 sensors hooked up, and then we can fire this thing up. Cut. All right, you guys, that does it for another video. Thanks for tuning in. Now, if you have any questions about anything you saw in this video or any of my other videos, you can always shoot me an email, scott@team512.com. Hop on over to the site and check out all the parts and accessories we have for your modern Corvette. Smash the like button, and as always, leave me some comments because you guys know I love interacting with people who love cars and Corvettes just as much as I do. Till next time, see ya.